Alright, so now hopefully we've got an understanding about how to calculate the employee's taxes, that being federal income tax from the table or the chart, how to calculate Social Security tax, how to calculate Medicare tax, that's all based on gross earnings and those percentages we talked about earlier, and how to fill out a payroll register and then carry the earnings record for each of the employees so we can calculate the accumulated earnings. The last part then, if you've understood all of this, the last part is pretty simple. All we're simply going to do is just write the checks. So what we have to do before we do anything is we have to go and we have to write a general account check to our cash account. So what we're simply do is we're going to go to the bank. We're going to write a check for the total amount that's owed for the payroll. Where do we find that? Well, we can go and we can take a look at our payroll register. We can go down here to the bottom to the $2,689.02. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply write that net pay for all of my employees and take that total amount and then break it up amongst the individual checks for each of the employees. So I go to the bank, I write what is called a general account check to my cash account so that I can write those individual checks. Then the second check that we write is to our employees. And then what we do is for each of those is we fill out all of that information. So we go back and we use this payroll register to fill out our regular time, our overtime rate, our gross pay amount, okay, all the taxes, and then we cut the check for the total amount here. And that would be how we finish this unit. So hopefully you've got a pretty good understanding about how this all works. So when we move on to the second part of the payroll, it's chapter 13. Then what we do is we record we begin to record in the general journal and the cash payments journal the payment of the checks, and then also the journalizing of all the taxes. So I'd like you to go ahead and begin your application problems. Those are on the screen in front of you, 1 through 5, and we'll continue on as we see fit.